What's going on YouTube? Here again, same day, another video. I know I'm making so many videos, but today, or right now, I mean, there's going to be a video about a kind of a Mac OSX line rant. I do have some complaints. It's not a perfect operating system. Nothing's perfect for that matter. But these are going to be my top 5 most hated features about Mac OS X Lion, and we're going to work from our bottom up. So I'm going to go start at number 5 and work to number 1, and then number 1 is going to be my most hated feature, whereas 5 is going to be my least hated feature. So let's get started. So for my number 5 most hated feature, it isn't going to be the feature AirDrop. I think that's a really good concept, but it's the limitations that it has. I mean, it is a really good peer-to-peer way to share, but it has no configuration. That's completely fine with me. It's just I think you should have the option to configure it. Like maybe in settings there would be an AirDrop section. It would be advanced users configure here, blah 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 blah. I think for the normal user it wouldn't be apparent that it has configuration, but it really does. And then on top of that, I think you should be able to share over different Wi-Fi networks. Now that could raise the fact that it could turn into a peer-to-peer thing, kind of like LimeWire was, but you should have the specific address, like say an email or an Apple ID of someone to share it with them. Now, that would solve the problem of a lot of things, but then of course there might be forms or something like, oh, I need this, can you give me this, blah blah blah, here's my Apple ID. So I can see where they're coming from, where the problems, but they really need to think and innovate like Apple is so well known to do, to find out a way to expand the limitations of AirDrop. I think that would be a really good thing, because AirDrop right now is almost completely useless, considering that not many people have Macs where I live. I live in a township where almost nobody uses Macs. Only my family are the people I know who own Macs, and I'm not going to want to share anything with my dad, my mom, or my brother. Alright, so that's my number 5 most hated feature. My number 4 most hated feature would be autocorrect. I hate autocorrect with a passion. It was on the iPod and iPhone and all that good stuff. So let's say I type in doesn't. I guess it won't work on Google. But I'm going to go ahead and X out of this. Let's do a new tweet. It tries to autocorrect for me. Now, I find this apparent in a lot of places where I'm typing, including pages, and especially when I'm typing like science papers, it'll try and autocorrect for me, and then it'll be like what it was on the iPhone. Everybody will be like, oh my god, it's so annoying, but when it does happen, people are going to forget to go into settings and change it. Now, I feel like Apple shouldn't include autocorrect. I feel like it should be a feature that you have to turn on rather than turn off, just because it's annoying to me, and it's apparent that it's annoying to many other people also. I'm not quite sure if this is a whole new feature, but I know it's extremely annoying, and they should do what I said and make it a feature you have to turn on and make it a feature you have to want. Okay, so that's feature number 4 that I hate. Feature number 3 that I really don't like, I'm not going to run into a problem too much, but I can tell other people are, is that some of the gestures that Apple has included on Lion are not feeling too natural. And what I mean by this is, I guess they're trying to push their Magic Trackpad. Like, all the gestures feel really natural on the trackpad. Like, I can do Launchpad, and I can get out of that, or I can do Mission Control. But when I'm on a Magic Mouse, it doesn't feel too natural, and most desktop people, or people who have desktops, are going to be on a Magic Mouse rather than a Magic Trackpad, unless you're some type of technology enthusiast like me, and you're going to be buying a trackpad. Now, this could pose a problem for a lot of people because, one of the main features Apple has introduced into Line is going to be gestures. And they're going to go ahead and buy it, and a lot of the gestures just A, aren't going to be used, or B, are going to be complained about in forums and on the App Store under the comments and all that stuff. So I feel like Apple could have improved on that, maybe have a whole different set of gestures for like the Magic Mouse or something. And then there's just the whole different array that people might be using a different type of mouse. So that's honestly their problem, not Apple's problem, but I can see where Apple's coming from with that, but still, the gestures are kind of unnatural when you're working on different types of hardware. Now, up to number 2, this is almost my most hated feature. It came neck and neck with number 1, is Resume. I hate Resume. Apple made it as kind of, it's a revolutionary feature where if your computer turns off, then you can open it back up and all of your last windows will pop back up and boo freaking who. Well, what I find happens to me is I'll have Safari and Mail and iTunes all open, but the windows aren't open. And then I'll go ahead and I'll turn off my computer, and then when I turn my computer back on, all these windows will pop up again at me. Now, that completely defeats the purpose of having the open at login feature. If I wanted it to open at login or open when I turn on my computer, I would have it do that. I wouldn't want Resume to just set that for me. So basically what's happening with Resume is you have to quit the application manually by going quit, so it won't open at login again or something like that. Now, I really hate that. That is extremely annoying to me. It kind of raises a red flag in the fact that they want you to quit the application or buy third-party software to quit the application easily, which kind of bothers me because I don't want to have to go out and put out this extra money to make quitting applications easier before I shut down. When I shut down, I want everything to quit and terminate so that when I open it back up, I will only have the applications that I have set to open at login to come up. Okay, so that's my feature number 2 that I hate. And for my number 1 most hated feature, it happens in Launchpad. Now, in this Launchpad, what happens is you can hold, oh, my bad, and it'll go into jiggly mode, and you can click the X and it will actually delete the app. I'm not going to delete that. Let's go ahead and delete Gold Striker. It will delete the app from your applications folder altogether. Now, what I've found Apple has done is they won't let you delete third-party software like Simply Raw or Skype and Time Machine Editor, and even some of their software like Xcode that I got from the developers preview, which I find really annoying, and that can almost raise a red flag too, saying that Apple is really pushing their App Store rather than anything else. And that kind of says that they don't want you to buy any third-party software other than from the App Store. They want you to get all of their stuff from the App Store. Now, that can be quite a problem because Apple is very strict with their limitations and whatnot on the App Store, and we know that from both iOS and the App Store or the Mac App Store. They tend to reject a lot of software that people submit. So I'm hoping this is just a bug. I'm hoping it's not a quote-unquote feature that Apple has included, because this can raise the red flag that they're trying to almost control what you download and what you delete and what you have in your Launchpad and stuff. So I'm hoping this is a bug rather than a feature, because if it is quote-unquote a feature, then we might having to be jailbreak our Macs soon, and that could pose a problem because then Apple would be trying to control our computing usage, not just our mobile usage also, and then that could kill the warranty and blah blah blah. So that's my number 1 most hated feature. It's not only annoying, but it raises the red flag of, oh crap, Apple's trying to control me. So guys, this was just a really short video, or not short video, a really quick video, I guess you could say, really thrown together quick video of some of my most hated features in Lion that I've been using for about a month now, and I made a list. I'm going to be making another list of my favorite features, actually coming up right next, and that'll be up in a couple minutes, guys. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like my video, subscribe, and if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be great. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you later.